So let's start with the notice to mariners for chart corrections. So notice to mariners, we have different types. First is weekly notice to mariners, and then you have annual notices to mariners, annual summary part 1, part 2 of all the corrections of the year, published once a year. Then you have cumulative notice to mariners, which is published twice a year, every 6 months. So weekly notice to mariners are published every week. You can download them from UKHO website. All these websites, all these notices you can download. So weekly notices to mariners has different sections, and this is the way you can remember the what sections are there. That E first is every, so E means explanatory notes and exit charts. So like this, you can remember that every child needs sweeties like arrow most days to be happy. So every first is explanatory notes and exit charts. Second is child chart corrections. Third is needs, warnings. Fourth is sweeties, sailing directions. Fifth is like list of lights. Sixth is Aero ALRS. Seventh is most miscellaneous. Eighth is days to be digital services. And ninth is happy hydrographic note. If you find any other dangers to navigation, this is the hydrographic note with which form you have to report to hydrographic office. So TNP corrections and permanent chart corrections are in section 2 chart. Then nav warnings for any navigation incidents and or in sailing directions, a list of lights, ALRS. We will talk in detail about these publications and their corrections. Then cumulative notice to mariners is published twice a year. Current edition of all the charts are there in the section 1. So if your chart is present edition or not, you can check from this. Then chart correction numbers for the past 2 years. So for the past 2 years, for every chart, whatever the corrections are there will be there. Then current edition of all the publications are also there in cumulative notices to mariners. Then we have annual notice to mariners. First part, first part you have sailors or all the suppliers, list of suppliers. Then any war situations or notices regarding war or something. Then fire practice areas. Then you have mine traps, any mine traps all over the world, sea limits such as territorial sea, EZ, contiguous zone. Then section 6 is historic dangerous and military wreck areas. Then 7 is your datum, WGS 84 datum, or which datum is there for the charts. Then 8th is PSC, mandatory expanded inspections regarding chart work and navigation. Then 9th is Canadian charts, 10th is American charts, 8th, 11th is about high speed crafts, 12th is about other meteorological informations, environmental hazardous areas, high risk areas. So you can remember like the sailors with fever and tonsils should meet doctors preferably and chew a hot meal prior to this preliminary and temporary notices are in the end. Then you have part 2. So your abbreviation or the way to remember continues. Current editions of Admiralty sailing directions is in part 2. Correction to sailing directions, whatever are in force till the end of the year. Current edition of all other publications, corrections to miscellaneous other publications in force. So you can go to the website and you can download all these notes, hydrographic notes or Admiralty notice to mariners, and you can search for the chart providers also, and you can get these notices year wise and week wise. Do you have a link or hyperlink for all these? So wherever you will click, you will go, you can reach and open the pages directly. So these are the first section of all the corrections, which chart have got which corrections, permanent corrections, temporary correction, then different charts, Australia, New Zealand, then detail of each correction. So you can see on top, it's www.admiralty.co.uk. Then daily corrections for the full week. So they keep publishing daily, but you can take from me. Then cumulative notices to mariners are also there, annuals, and all notices are there. So this is how cumulative notice to mariners looks like, first part. And these are all the chart additions, current nautical publications, editions of latest all publications, sailing directions, and then we have annual notices to mariners. So you have different sections of annual notice to mariners. You can click and just get them, whichever what details. Then for nav warnings and all, it's a different section is given. So you can refer to that. So the latest nav warnings you will get from your SAT-C, Navtex, and also from your weekly notices to mariners, which is very important for use in your passage planning. And then we have security related information, which is there in your books, that also you can get separately. Same in your SAT-C and